Hi everybody, thanks for joining me today. I'm Sally from Sally Stampers, and today I'm bringing you this cute little box, and inside it we have 4 jumbo tea lights. Perfect little gift. I had quite a few tea lights and I just thought I'd want to make something a little bit different. I originally planned to make a bag box, which was going to be the base of this box with the bag part on the top, but unfortunately because they're the large tea lights it doesn't fit, so keep watching, there'll probably be a video of that with the smaller tea lights eventually. But yeah, so I'm going to show you how I made this little one, and obviously it's a very simple box, but I think it's so pretty, and obviously this is the stamp that's being carried over as well into the new annual catalogue. Unfortunately the DSP isn't, so I thought, well, it's so pretty that I don't use it enough, so I thought I'd use it today. So for your base, and I'm going back with the same colours with the Night of Navy and the same DSP. So for your base you're going to need a piece of cardstock that measures 8 1/4 by 5 3/4, and then we're simply going to score at 1 3/4 on all 4 sides. Oops, my tripod seems to be having a bit of a wobble. Oops, there we go, sorry about that. Yes, so as I was saying, 1 3/4 on all 4 sides. It might go again in a minute, we'll see. So that's that one, and then we need a bone folder and our paper snips, and I'm just going to have to apologise and grab, oh no, I don't have, I actually can't remember the name of this DSP. How naughty am I? I'm sure you're all screaming it at me, but I just can't remember off the top of my head. I won't say affectionately yours, but I know that's not right because that's the brightly coloured one. So fold and burnished all of my score lines, and then I'm simply just going to cut my corners and wedges. And because the sides are, there's candle wax everywhere, because the sides here are slightly smaller, I'm actually trimming some off there as well. So I'm just going to repeat that on all 4 corners while my brain searches its little memory bank for the name of this DSP. So don't forget we do have our retiring list out, so if there is anything that you want that's going to be retired, you do have to be quick. I'm aware that there are quite a few items that have already sold out, so if you want any of the retiring stock, you need to get in there fairly quickly, because as I say, it is all going soon. I'm going to have to grab my catalogue. I do apologise that I just can't for the life of me remember the name. Floral Boutique, of course. I should have remembered because I've got the stamp set here that's floral phrases. Silly me. Anyway, so as you can see, trimmed the tab slightly, and then I'm just going to stick some fuse on the sides there, and then stick them all together. Quick and simple one. And there's your base. Let's pop our tea lights in, and now I can pop that to one side. So for the lid we need some DSP that measures 7 3/4 by 5 1/4. Back in with our scoring board, and we're going to score at 1 1/2. Nearly forgot to put my little wedge in. We should be okay with that one, but let's do the rest with the wedge. So 1 1/2. I've just realised that your view is extremely wonky after my tripod fell. I do apologise. You'll have to watch it with your neck slightly slanted. Okay, so let's move this across a bit. There we go. Right, so back to the original fold and burnish all of those score lines. And again back in cutting our wedges. And I'm doing exactly the same on this one. Just cutting and trimming the 4 sides. And like I said, this DSP is going to be retiring, so if you want to get your hands on a pack or 2, now's the time, because when they're gone, they're gone. Although I have to admit, we do have some really, really beautiful new projects, new products coming your way in June. I'm very excited. I actually have a few of the new ones because I was on stage, as you know, and I've just not had a chance to play with them yet, so I really must. So same again then, just some fuse on all 4 corners and not on me. And we're going to pop the sides all together. And you will have noticed that when I normally do my box, I will put one end on and seal, but I don't need to on this one because this does fit, she says, famous last words. Do you know, I did that last one absolutely fine. This one's just going to be awkward, isn't it, now, because I'm doing it on camera. Right, there we go. A little bit of a snug fit, but still fits. Perfect. So, let's get some twine. Night of Navy thick baker's twine. This is also retiring, so we need to get this quickly as well. So, round the side, cross over at the back, back up and tie in a bow. And there's your box. But of course, we don't leave our boxes like this, do we? We like to decorate them. So, bow build-up punch, the Night of Navy cardstock, and you need 2 lots punched out. You only need 1 of those pieces. And then you need your glue dots and you need a bone folder. So these bits to start with, you need to curl. I'm sure you're all aware of how to use these and how to make up your bows, but so just very gently curling those. So I'm going to pop a glue dot on there and cross those over, put them to one side. Glue dot on each end of these, and then simply line them up, squeeze them together. I then add another glue dot there and put those together, and it will help if you squeeze as hard as you can, because otherwise you're going to have a very thick centre. So glue dot on one end of this, and then we simply wrap it round. Try and get it as central as you can, the bottom end in, and then we obviously roll up that end with the glue dot. Squeeze it hard, and there's your cute little bow. And then 1 more glue dot there, stick them on. And when I've done mine this way, as you can see, there's just a bit of the corners there, so I'm just going to trim that away and then pop a glue dot on the back of there and pop it on my box. And then just for this little label, it's very simple, as I said, floral phrases stamp set, and I just love this little pattern. I think it's so cute, and it's actually, this one's being carried over, so that is good news for me, because I do like this one. Night of Navy ink. and it's quite a simple stamp. Get that out of the way. Let me just, oops, tripod again. Quick spoon, Stampin' Mist, and clean that. Because it's Night of Navy, it will stain my ink, my stamp, if I'm not careful. Clean it off quick. So let's get rid of that. Then I'm just simply cutting round the edges. Let's get rid of that. I'm doing it as quick as I can, not as neat as I can, just to show you guys. And you will notice that I'm moving the card, not the scissors, when I'm cutting, because it just gives it that even, neater edge. This is the 1/8 handheld circle punch that I'm just going to pop a little hole in the top, as you can see. And then just a little bit more twine, and I only mean a little bit because you don't need a lot. And then you can either get a needle if you wish, or like me, you're brave and just pull it through. There we go. And then just get your loop, take those two ends through, and then actually on this one, what I actually did was I undid the bow, as it were, and then I actually tied this onto here, making sure there was enough for it to just hang off the edge there. So, and then I just tied a knot in this one and trimmed those ends, and then I just simply tied my bow back. There we go, that's a bit better this time, a little more even. And there you have your bow. Simple, simple, cute and effective, I think. Little parcels, little thank you gifts. Thank you to your neighbour for looking after the cat while you were away, or walking your dog, feeding a hamster. Who knows, but I think they're really cute little thank you gifts, and obviously just a little label for you to write your little message on. Thank you for joining me, guys. Hope to see you all again soon. Obviously, as I said, all the details for the products I have used are in the description, link to my blog below. As I say, a lot of these items are retiring, so you need to grab them while you can. Apologise for my dog's barking. And obviously all the measurements and everything else will be on my blog. As I say, the links are all in the description. Hope to see you again soon, guys. Bye.